What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It's your boy, Sirr Love, and I got an exciting topic for you guys today. Today, we're going to be talking about taking action. All right, I think this is necessary. There are so many of you guys that have exactly what it takes creatively to go to where you want to go. You have the dope idea, you have the next thing, but you haven't put yourself in a position to take advantage of that, and that's what I want to talk about. Let's get into it. Phase 6. All right, guys. So look, the number one problem that I'm having with people in this industry, in this space that are working to be successful is that they're thinking about success and they're not doing anything to be successful. And what do I mean by that? Because it's really getting, it's on my heart, it's killing me, it's getting to me, right? You at some point have to start. You have to take action at some point in your journey, right? So what do I mean by that? There are a lot of people out here right now that got albums. You got a full album, it's dope, and you ain't dropped the album yet. You got a lot of reasons that you haven't dropped the album. And the number one thing that messes people up are excuses and procrastination. A lot of people are waiting on something, like you're waiting for the perfect scenario or lineup of things. There's no such thing as perfection. There's no way to guarantee this thing is going to be successful. You have to put it out there and find out. This whole video was kind of sparked by a conversation I had with another young exec in the game that's doing different things, and he got a dope artist right now that has a record with Young Thug, and they've been trying to figure out, okay, when should we drop this record? How should we drop it? What should we do? Planning and building and planning and building and planning and building. And I'm like, yo, Thug gonna fall off by the time you drop this damn record. Drop the record, you know? Like you never know if it's gonna stick, even if it's your ace in the hole move. You don't know if it's gonna win. Only thing you guys can do is position yourself for success and keep working towards it. You have to understand that we live in a time period, right? We live in a try before you buy time period. This is a time period where people will spend hundreds of dollars on technical products like cell phones, $700, $800, $1,000, $200, $300, PlayStations, Xboxes, all sorts of technology. We will spend money on a product that we know is going to have glitches and problems, right? And we just expect the update. Okay, I'm gonna get this thing. I spent all this money. Oh man, this is glitching, this is glitching, this is glitching. I need an update. So you telling me people are paying $700,000, $800,000, $400,000, $200,000, however much money for a phone that they know has problems? Yes. Okay. So what makes you think that you have to be perfect in order to release your product? I'm tired of people telling me their album is coming out and it's been a year and the album ain't came out. Drop the shit. Drop this shit. We buy applications. We don't buy applications. We expect the application to be free. And we then will buy into the application once we see that it's bringing value into our lives. That is how people are right now. That's how people have always been. It's just that business and technology is catching up with the natural mindset of individuals, right? There's no perfect formula. It's either going to stick or it's not going to stick. You're not going to learn your mistakes and be able to fix your mistakes and make that update as the phones would do, right? You can't make the updates until you release the product and find out what's wrong with it, right? So we're in a space right now where you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the best mix and the best mastered record. You don't have to have, you just don't have to be perfect. Drop it and build it and work it and grow. The hardest part about being successful as an artist in particular, or a songwriter, producer, is that you have to work your work. It means when you put your project out there, you have to work it. That's a terminology in music business where you talk about, getting behind it, marketing it, taking it to the right people, networking, moving, doing all these different things. This is not the 90s. You no longer have to draw out a whole business plan, think about everything you want to do, get all the key players involved, line up all this other type of stuff, and then drop what you want to drop, then release your new product, start your business, get your investors. You don't have to do all that. You just got to drop the shit. That's what we are right now. Now, yes, planning is going to help you do a lot better, right? I talk about goals and planning. I think planning is a beautiful thing, but there's a point in which you have to stop planning and you have to start doing. There's an ideology right now that's very popular in American business. It's been popular in Asian businesses, but it's called agile. Look it up. It's called the agile approach. And what that basically means is it means that you have what they call scrums and scrum masters and all this other type of stuff in corporate America. I'm going to just kind of slim it down and make it, concise for everyone watching this, right? You plan for periods. right? So you might say, this is what I want to accomplish over the course of 3 months. And then every day you track and you map out what you've accomplished, like all the points that you had to hit in order to get to the next day. So if you want to produce 5 songs, right? You know, in order to produce that 5 songs, you have to have X amount of beats produced, X amount of whatever, all your little outputs that you have to have done in order to make those songs. And then every day you track what those things are and you try to, you know, accomplish those goals on a day by day basis in order to get to your large goal. And they do this now in corporate America because, and in the music business right now, the reason people are doing this right now is because it allows you to be agile and be able to switch. So from one period to the next, whether that's a 3-month period, if you see the market has changed and now you have to make a complete, you know, U-turn or L-turn or just go another direction, you can do that because you're not based on a rigid plan that was planned for 3 years down the line and there was no room for error. You're based on a plan that is evolving as time goes. So as you plan, you have to evolve as time goes, okay? That's one of my points, right? Point number 1, I'd say start. Do it. Drop the shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a beat maker, make the beat, write the song, put it out there, do something. Next thing, plan as you go. Go as you plan. Planning and action should be an integral part, okay? We're not sitting down and making a master plan no more. All right, we're taking action, we're learning from our mistakes, we're adjusting our plan, and we'll keep working in that vein. All right. Next thing I want to add to this list, okay? Validation. You don't need validation from anybody to be successful now. You don't have to have that degree. You don't have to have that stamp. A stamp would be a beautiful thing. If you get one, don't run away from it. But you don't have to have a stamp. You don't have to, you know, have any certifications or whatever to validate who you are. Your validation is the action that you took. It's the results of the action. What are those results going to be? Your knowledge, the things that you learned along the way, your network, the people that you know along the way, your money, the revenue that you've acquired across the time. I tell you guys all the time, business is knowledge, network, and money. But those things don't mean anything if you don't take action. I talk about this a lot in the management series because managers have to get this because they are the core piece of everything. You have to be able to take action. So get your passion together. Let's figure it out. I tell you guys, when I first stepped out there to start doing booking, I'm a manager. I do management things. It's not a manager's job to do booking. But a lot of times when managers are starting off, you are the booking agent. You're wearing multiple hats, right? So I had to successfully take an artist from $0 a show to a few $1,000s a show. I ain't never did that before. I had seen other people do it. I understood conceptually what to do. I know business. I know sales. I just started going out there and just doing stuff. I took over the email account. I started reaching out to people, started calling people. I started pitching it. I started selling. I started making things happen. And what you'll recognize is that when you take action and you start doing shit, all the other skills that you have from other fields, from other industry, from other actions, from other life experiences, they will start helping to mold and guide you down your path. You'll recognize that, hey, this scenario reminds me of this scenario that I once experienced. And when I was in that situation, even though it was a different industry, a different field, I responded like this and it worked. And you'll take that logic into this space. And a lot of times you'll win still, right? And you're going to learn from your mistakes. When you make a mistake, guess what you do? You go, okay, I messed up. Boom, boom, boom. And you turn that way and you get it together. Get it together. But you can't start your process till you take action. My man with the Young Thug record, I told him, man, just drop it. Just take some action. And hopefully this year we're gonna see like this amazing new single from this new up and coming artist with, you know, featuring Young Thug, and they're gonna do their thing and hopefully it wins. And there's a bunch of other artists that I've worked with and writers and producers that I'm around. I'm like, yo, man, just take that step. Just start. It don't have to be a perfect mix. It don't have to be the perfect master. Now, understand this, that the better you are, the more perfect you are when you drop, yes, you will get more recognition. Yes, it does increase your probability and chance of growing. Yes, all that is true. However, you have to learn to perfect your craft as you move forward. You have to, so you drop the first album, it ain't the best mix in the world, but you get some fans, some people supporting you, this, that, and the third. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to drop the next one. And guess what? You might have found a mixing engineer that you couldn't find the first time because when you dropped it the first time, no one was fucking with you. You dropped your project the second time, and now all of a sudden, there's a couple people like, yo, I like what you're doing. I see how you're moving. Yo, I want to be a part of what you're doing. Now your team is growing. Your resources are growing. And as all that starts to happen, it increases your chances of winning. So now your next album drops and you have more support, you have more resources to pull to make it better. And you keep doing it over and over and over. And you keep taking leaps. And sooner or later, if you're talented, if you got the trendy knack, you find that record that's going to take you to the next place. Start. It's about action. And I know at the beginning it's hard, but I promise you it's like this big snowball effect. Once you start, you can start winning. You can't start winning until you start, man. You got to start. So what are the tips of this video? Number one, you have to start. Number two, resources. You don't need all the resources in the world. Just start, okay? You don't need any. Number three, you don't need any validation from anybody. None of that. Number four, it's okay to try before you buy. It's okay to experiment. It's okay. It's okay. You guys have to take action. I'm Sirr Love. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little and a little about a lot. And every time I stand in front of this camera, I'm trying to give you guys everything that I got. So right now, if you're an artist, if you're a producer, if you're a writer, if you're whoever you are, if you're an executive, and you've been trying to find that next artist and you've been lazy about it, get your ass up. Go out to the clubs. Get online. Start find them. You know, you're a writer. You trying to write that hit record? Write. Pull your pad out. Start writing. Oh, you want to release an album, but you're scared because you're a writer. You know how you're going to be perceived? Drop that shit. Release it. Do it. Just do it. Just do it, guys. I promise you, if you take action and then continue to take action, just make that a philosophy in your life. You just always take an action. I promise you that action will grow. It'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. But you have to start by taking action. Once again, I'm Sirr Love. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little about a lot. When I get up on this thing, I can give you guys everything that I got. Tune in, phase 6, subscribe, follow, go to the channel, do whatever. You know, be a part of this journey as I help, you know, people all over the world, hopefully, grow in the entertainment space, in the entrepreneurial space, and become more successful. Thank you, guys.
Real talk, no chase. Real talk, I said real talk, I said real talk, no chase. Real talk, no chase. Real talk, no chase.